All right, so I'm sitting here with the main events at ESPN Africa Boxing 21. Jackson Chauke, you'll be fighting Senator Kotana in a fight that you've been calling for a very long time. It's finally happening. He's finally arriving. How do you feel?
I feel very good. First, I didn't call out for the fight. I was not calling out anyone. I was just putting it out there. It was not a suggestion because the fight was supposed to happen before, and then it was never happened. It never happened because he was already military. So that fight, there was a bit of confusion for me fighting what you call my last fight, which is Mustafa. Yeah, I was supposed to fight Kotani, and then Kotani pulled out because he had a hand injury, and then he had to write exams or blah blah blah, those stories. So I was not calling him out. I'm not chasing Kotana. People are making it sound like I'm chasing Kotana, but I'm not chasing Kotana. Kotana has got nothing that I want. It's just another stepping stone for me.
It's a local opposition fight, so you'll be defending your SA title in this fight. One of the things that you have to do in order to get back to fighting for your silvers and your everything like that is to beat guys like this. Do you see him as a threat?
I see every guy that wants to take a title away from me as a threat. He's trying to take away my daily bread. So, but in this case, he's in my territory. So I'm ready for him. He is a threat, but I'm not threatened. I know what I'm supposed to do, and come 22nd of September, I'll do what I have to do to protect my title.
You had a pretty, I'd say, an easy time against your previous opponent, Mustafa. I thought, he was maybe game for the first round, but after that, you were wearing him down already. What did you make of him? Let's go back to that fight.
It was a bit awkward getting to him the first two rounds. Yeah, the size difference, the height. But going into the fight, I thought maybe it was a bit awkward. But all in all, I managed to do what I said I was going to do. Whether you win with a brilliant performance or what, the important thing is to get the W. So I did the job. Then it was people who say it was easy, but the other day one friend of mine was asking me, "Are you okay? How's your body at your age?" I say, "Brah, it's hard. Fighting is not hard, but I think the most hardship I get here in boxing is my preparations. At my age, I have to dig deep. After training, I'm tired. I go home, I sleep early. You must know I'm not only doing boxing, I'm also training clients. The difficult situations I have is for preparing. Preparing for fights is the hardest. Fighting is not a problem. I fight anytime, but the preparing for those fights is hard.
I got an assessment from you last time when I asked about Mustafa. You said, and I asked him if he's one of the best prospects you think you're going to fight, and you said not really. It's just his record's like inflated. What do you think about Kotana? Is that a more presentable, bigger challenge?
It's not that bigger challenge, but he can box, but he doesn't pose a threat. What I love about him is that he can box. So I'll be able to also try out new things that I've learned in the gym, because it will be boxing, I'm also learning, in boxing we learn every day, I'm still learning. So I don't think he's a threat, but he's a good boxer. I'm not underestimating him. I've never in my life underestimated any boxer that I've faced. He's got two hands. He's also hungry. I mean, he's coming back. He's coming from three winning. He won 3 fights coming into this fight. So he might come ready, but even if he comes up with a plan to beat me, I'll always find a way, brother.
And I have to ask this question because it's it's part of your career. Is a world title? I mean, how far do you think it's away? Because it almost feels like you're on the edge, but it's like when.
One old man, wise old man, told me one day that you don't just win titles, you know. I think this is the second time I tell you this. You win championships in time, you know. At the right time, you placed at the right time, you'll win a championship. Hopefully, my time will also come, you know. I'm just waiting, you know. Don't rush things, things will happen, you know. In God's time, it will happen, you know. I just put faith and believe, you know. Keep training, keep doing what I'm doing. You know, stay in the gym, stay focused. That's it. My time will come.
And you're seeing the likes of Maurizio Mtsilani. He's going to have his last fight in KZN in his hometown on the 1st of October. He used to be one of your former teammates here, and obviously he was a multiple world champion, and he did it late into his career, much like you were boxing late into your career. What is your words for him going into his last fight?
You know, Muruti, I've trained with him for a very, very long time. I actually lived in the same yard for a very, very long time. Very nice guy. Very nice guy to get along with. I used to help him with sparring when he was preparing for his fights when he was still with Nick. You know, I've got a very good relationship with Muruti. And some people have like hint about me fighting him, you know. Deep inside my heart, at the back of my mind, I never wanted that fight. I wouldn't want to fight him. Looking at him, what he has done into boxing, it's a big achievement. I've got a big respect for that guy, you know. When you look at him hitting the bag, you think, that guy's a bum. But putting gloves with that guy, I tell you, bro. You know, yeah, you know what I mean. So, and then I know him personally, he's a nice guy, you know. So I wish him all the best, you know. I wish him all the best, whatever things he's going to do out of boxing, you know. I just wish him the best, you know.
Right, and obviously that would be nice for you as well as a flyweight in the same weight division to also follow suit and become a world champion. What's your message for Kotana?
My message to Kotana is that you must come prepared. This is not going to be a walk in the park. Titles you fight for. No one's going to give you a title. So I see he's worked his way up. He deserves to be in the number one spot. But the way his manager was trying to handle stuff, because every time the first fight, it was the fight with Kafu, he was staring shit. The second time they gave him the fight, he said, no, this fight must happen at his terms. He wanted the fight to happen in his promotion, so-called promotion, at his own time, like what you call that, Kotana is a champion, you know. If he's had an agenda with me, which is a hidden agenda, I don't know. But him doing that, he had made me, he gave me more motivation, you know, to train more, you know, to want this fight even more. That's why I told him, I say, I give him 8 rounds. And that's me being generous. And don't make that mistake, I'm not being generous to Kotana. Because I'm being generous to the viewers who will be watching on the 22nd of September. And if the manager starts stirring shit again, I'm going to cut it down to 4. I'm going 8. I'm giving 8 rounds. And that's me being generous. Not for Kotana, for the viewers at home. If the manager starts talking too much and starts stirring shit and starts acting like Kotana is a champion, must give him my respect as a champion. If he starts acting like Kotana is the champion, I give him 4. That's my words for him. So Kotana, he must come ready, bruh. I'm bringing all. And then this is no joke. It's not like the, what you call the Mustafa fight, you know. This is a different fight. You understand what I mean? This is no joke, you know. I'm taking no prisoners, you know. Everything I'm gonna hit will be with bad intentions. I want to hurt him, you know. I don't care if he goes out the ring with the stretcher or what. Actually, this is a fight. It's not about boxing for me. This is a fight, you know. You better be ready because I'm gonna bring it.
I think something really special as well is you got young Nkosi on your undercard, and he's going to be watching you as an example, sharing the dressing room together. I think for the first time when you guys are in the ring, if I'm not mistaken. He speaks really highly of you when I did an interview with him. How important is it for you? I know you got your own performance at hand, but for him to also progress in his career?
You know, when Nkosi first came here in the gym, As a young boy, he has grown. I've seen him grow here in the gym. You know, I got a lot of respect for the boy. He's my chief sparring partner. You know, you may think he's still young, he's upcoming, but I tell you what, brother, I've been in this game for a very, very long time. But every time I spar with that boy, there's something I've learned. You know, that's something. It's amazing. You know, most of the time when I spar against him, I know it's going to be tough. You know, every time all my preparations that I've prepared with him, my performances have been like brilliant. All my preparations are. He's my chief sparring partner. So I think it will be a good experience. I think this is the first time we fight in the same bill. Yeah, this is going to be a good experience for him. Me and him got a very good respective relationship, you know, and I wish him the best also. I know he's the future.
Yeah, of course, he definitely impressed the last time out. So when he was on ESPN, when he fought Sipho Msango, as well, good performance from him. So he's going to look to follow up. Jackson, anything lastly from you? Any thank yous, any shout outs?
I'd just like to thank my family for supporting me. I'd like to thank God for giving me the strength to wake up every day in the morning, because nowadays at my age it's like I'm dragging myself. Yeah, but it's the same, bruh. It's like I'm dragging myself. And then I just like to thank my sponsors, Saviga, Gaby's Earth Foods, Tea, Bar and Grill, you know, Wall Street Financial Services, you know. Those people, they do a lot for me. I really appreciate the support, you know, not forgetting my trainer, Anderson Kasembe. Now that Damian is not here, you know, he's in camp with Ilunga Makabu. So I like to thank him also. We've been putting in a lot of work. I think come 22 of September, we're going to go get the job done.